For the month of January 2020, I'm going to be giving away a few of these awesome items left over on my Nothing Stuffing account to a few of you guys watching at home. So if you do want to be in a chance of winning them, all you've got to do is subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Secondly, drop a like on today's video, and third of all, comment your details down below, but as well as that, tell me which platform you are on. And 3 lucky winners will have the chance of selecting any item they want on the very last upload of January. So yeah, best of luck to every single one of you. So as you guys can see on screen right now, today is the day I'm going to be showcasing how to buy and sell any item and make profit, and teaching every single one of you at home. Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel once again. I hope every single one of you is having a fantastic day as always, and today I'm going to be showing you episode 5 of the brand new series going from 100 credits all the way up to the Striker Titanium White 20XX. Okay, so previously on this series I showed you guys a little method on how to cycle items with credits, then buying octanes, then buying a specific item and making yourself a ton of profit. So honestly, if this is the first time ever seeing this series, make sure you're checking out episode 1, 2, 3 and 4 to get caught up with this series, and yeah, get the most amount of tips and tricks. If you guys are new around here, we are on the road to 110k subs, so if you are new and you do want to keep up to date with this series, make sure you are subscribing with notifications on, and as well as clicking that big red subscribe button, make sure you are dropping a like on the video, and as soon as this video does hit 1000 likes, I will get to work on episode 6, and yeah, let's get to the very first trade. And quickly before we do get into the video, I'd like to give a huge shout out to AOA.com for sponsoring today's Rocket League video. This site provides flexibility and safety to every single order. If you want to buy and sell loads of different Rocket League items, they do some insane deals on there, and use code ZENIC at checkout to get yourself 3% off every single order. Okay, so jumping into the very first trade, and the main aim for today's episode is to show you guys that you can literally make profit from any item in the game, whether it's a black market decal, black market gold explosion, painted octane, painted exotic. There's always a way around it and making yourself that profit. So if you don't remember, last episode we actually bought ourselves a Spectre for 240 credits, and also added a random exotic, so 260 at max. And right here you're about to see a little basic trade, getting myself 350. So obviously it's not like massive profit that you can like flex completely. I'm making myself 90 credits realistically, but even so, making myself a little profit is always going to add up in the long run, and yeah, happily take that trade. Alright, and I highly doubt this is going to be a post that works that often, but it still works occasionally. Back in 2018, 2019, I used to get this like every single half an hour, and you can imagine the profit I actually made back then. It's ridiculous. The good old days. But yeah, all you want to do, it doesn't harm you at all. All you want to put at the end of your post is saying, want to have 100 credits and want any black market, and occasionally you will get offered it. Like most of the time people will say, can you do 200? You just want to say NTY to all of those, and if you're paying 100 credits for any black market, I can guarantee you, literally from man to man, man to woman, whoever's watching this video, I can guarantee that this is going to be a profitable trade that you are doing. So yeah, if you're paying 100 credits for any black market, I guarantee it's going to be profit made. And I'm not even joking, with no exaggeration here, this literally took me about an hour to get this next trade, because obviously with credit demand right now being really low, every single item starting to skyrocket a little bit in price, I just thought, you know what, we might as well just try and sell the tune. And it took literally an hour to eventually get myself 200, even though it's 200 to 300 on the spreadsheet, which is just mental to me. But I see a load of comments as well of people saying, where do you get your prices, etc. How do you know what's going up and down? All you want to do is go on rlinsider.gg. That's the best website, most reliable one. 95% of the community uses it, so make sure to go check it out. But yeah, it's 200 to 300 on there, but I'm not going to lie, if you're getting 200 credits for your tune, you are taking a W. Okay, and something that's really surprised me recently, and this is obviously going to be a part to it, so you've already seen how I've made profit from, for the black markets at least, because I've got myself a tune, I've got myself a Spectre, and I made profit on each and every single one of those. So, next up we're going to be going for the exotic angle, and right now, I would suggest investing into zombas, because you're going to find some that are incredibly cheap, and the spreadsheet value right now are completely popping off. I know that Sky Blue's going up loads, Crimson's gone up loads, I know Grey Zombas have gone up a lot, shame White haven't. White have been completely humiliated by the item shop, but all the other octanes, why do I keep saying octanes? It's just because octanes are skyrocketing as well. But every single Zomba has started going up a little bit. This purple one's 400 to 500, so paying 220 is incredibly good. Okay, so what we're going to do with that Zomba now is sit with it for a little bit, because I feel like all the offers I was getting was about 300 credits, which obviously is still decent. Getting myself 80 credits profit from 2 trades isn't bad whatsoever with one singular item. But for, you know what, let's take a little bit of a gamble. And I know I always say, oh, okay, Intrudium is trash, do not go near it. But in this situation, I'm not even joking. When I'm picking up all of these, I'm picking up a Sub-Zero, which is about 500, I'm pretty sure. An Intrudium, which I know I can get at least 400. And then a Solar Flare as well, which is at least about 200 in the long run. it's always going to be happy days when I'm paying 850 for all of these. So getting myself a nice little bundle there for all of those black markets. And once again, Exhibit B, because we've already sold the toon for 200 credits. You just got to be a little bit patient. You don't want to quick sell it for anything less. Just make sure if you've got any black market at complete min, you're taking 200 credits. That means Singularity as well, because I know Singularity is quite cheap. Even a popcorn, you can probably get a little bit more. Fireworks, you can get a little bit more. But yeah, Singularity, toon, and Solar Flare, whenever you get it offered 200 credits, take it immediately. Do not take it for granted, because obviously I know it's tempting. Seeing it on the spreadsheet at 200 to 300, you might be thinking, right, surely if I wait a little bit longer, I might be able to get 300. You're wrong. It takes a very long time to even get 200. So, obviously, I'm glad with this trade. Okay, so with these purple Zombas, they're PCC as well. And that's something I can suggest. If you see some CC4 painted Zombas, they are going to be quite rare in the future. I've seen the white Zombas could be so much more than PCCs. It's ridiculous. So, obviously, I might as well just try and get myself the minimum value for these Zombas right now. Because, obviously, there's a bit of a demand. But they're not, like, amazing, if that makes sense right now. So, getting 400, I would have happily accepted. But that was his first offer. And he was literally in the game. So, I'd say, can you add a little bit? And he chucks in a load of random stuff that might collect a little bit of dust, I'm not gonna lie, but it's quite handy when people say can you add at all, and you just chuck a load of random stuff you don't care about in, and it actually accepts. So yeah, happy with that trade. Okay, so from memory, this is the very first Sub-Zero we've actually got our hands on in the whole of this series so far, and I can't actually remember buying one on the whole of my main account or on any other nothing something, just for the fact I have no idea why it's priced so high, because the maximum I was getting offered was about 400 credits for it, and considering it's 600 to 700 on spreadsheet, there is no chance I'm getting a maximum value on this thing. So obviously it's been in the game a long time, there's not really that much demand for it, but I just thought, you know what, as soon as I got offered this 600 credits, I didn't even want to ask for ads. All I wanted to do was just take that because it's the minimum value. Obviously getting 600 credits isn't too bad, and that means that we literally paid 50 credits in total for that Intrudium right there, which is absolutely nuts. Okay, so moving on to the very first painted Octane of this episode so far, and that's really surprised me because the Octane demand right now, I can't even describe how fast it's actually going up. Right now, the grey Octane, I'm pretty sure, is 650 to 850. Like, what has even happened? I remember when the grey Octane was sat around 400 credits, or 4 keys, for example, which is just nuts. But obviously, I've already showcased the black markets, already showcased the exotics on how to make profit. Now we're going to be moving on to the Octane. So what you want to do is try and pay the minimum value every single time when you're buying an Octane. And even if you want to sell it, you can get yourself the maximum pretty easily. But if you've got a painted Octane, I would suggest just sitting with it, because I guarantee they're still going up. Okay, so using these painted Octanes to my advantage, I literally saw a pink one on the market, and he wanted a grey one and ads. And immediately I was like, right, okay, this could actually work. So I went on the spreadsheet, checked the price. Pink is 900 to 1.1. Like, that is absolutely insane. I remember pink would used to be around 400 and nothing more than that. But honestly, the market right now is actually ridiculous. So much profit to be made for every single one of you at home. So I thought, you know what? Obviously, with grey being a complete max about 850 and a pink potentially being 1.1, adding 150 credits is only going to go down well. And we actually got this trade immediately, which is sick. And obviously, pink, I think there's a bit more of a demand for pink anyway. So yeah, really happy with that trade. Okay, so next up is going to be me buying another Octane, because I'm pretty sure in the next episode, all you're going to see is me buying and selling Octanes, because this is the easiest way to profit right now. If you're a small trader, buy yourself Burnt Sienna, because I can even see that going up to like 500 credits in the future. Not even joking. But yeah, I found another Sky Blue Octane. This guy wanted 2k. I offered 1.9 because it's 2 to 2.2 on spreadsheet. So even if I'm paying 2, that's still not going to be bad whatsoever with them all going up. And he accepted 1.9. So it's obviously going to be happy days. And I cannot believe how much they're all going up in value. So if I were you, grab yourself a painted Octane. Just sit back and relax and watch the profit roll in. Okay, and for the final trade, we are going to be buying ourselves a Burnt Sienna Octane. And you're probably asking yourself, okay, you've got all of this stuff. Why are you going for the bottom of the barrel? But this guy was selling for 300 credits. I offered him 250. And then he's invited me to the game. So first of all, it was looking very promising. Even paying 300 probably isn't even that bad, because that's the minimum value right now, because it's 300 to 400 on the spreadsheet, I'm pretty sure, and I wouldn't be surprised if it probably goes up to like 450 in the next couple of days. But yeah, obviously I really don't mind doing this trade whatsoever, adding some random catties that I could not care less about, and 250 credits as well. It's always going to be an amazing trade. So that is going to do it for the final trade of today's episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you have, make sure you are subscribing to the channel with notifications on. We are on the road to 110k subs, so every brand new sub is so appreciated. Okay, and once again, this is probably really dumb of me saying this, but as soon as this video does hit 1,000 likes, I'll get to work on episode 6, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.